Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Susan, and I had the great honor of calling Edward, Snickers as most of us knew him, my friend for over 55 years. We met when we were just 13 at baseball camp. Edward was tall and rangy with a swing that could send a ball flying out of the park. Meanwhile, I was lucky to make it to first base. But Edward never once made you feel small or less talented. Instead, he'd quietly cheer you on, celebrate every little success, and somehow make everyone around him feel like a winner. That was Edward, always the natural leader, though not through loud words, but through kindness, quiet strength, and a heart bigger than anyone's. Edward was a man who gave without asking, who would give you the shirt off his back without hesitation. From a young age, he was the kind of neighbor who, without anyone knowing, would quietly cut the lawn for someone who was ill, or fix a widowed neighbor's car just to help out. He had this wonderful way of brightening a day without fanfare, arranging the neighborhood block party, organizing the garage sale, fixing bikes for local kids, even clearing the community hockey rink. He didn't do all these things for recognition. He did them because he cared deeply. Edward was a friend to all, a pillar of the community, an inspiration to everyone who knew him. If you ever met Edward, you'd remember his warm smile, his calm and measured voice, and how he'd always ask, "How have you been?" with genuine interest. He was a quiet observer, a man of few words but immense wisdom. He remembered every detail, every face, every kindness ever shown to him, and he carried those memories with him like treasures. Edward was practical and sensible, with a steady, level-headed approach to life that made him someone you could just always count on, whether you needed something fixed or a problem solved, or just someone to listen empathetically. Edward was your man. He was proud of the life he built. His work as an engineer, his garden that he lovingly tended, his home, and most of all his family. Edward lived with integrity and purpose, always striving to make a difference, quietly and humbly. He was a man of patience and loyalty, who thrived on being useful to others and was generous to a fault. Even when money was tight, Edward made every penny count, and he never hesitated to give what he could to those in need. His kindness was never loud. It was in the small, thoughtful acts, sharing homemade food, welcoming newcomers, checking in on friends, and always, always offering help without being asked. One of my favorite memories of Edward is from a neighborhood barbecue he arranged. There was a giant vat of barbecue sauce that somehow exploded all over him. Instead of getting upset, he just laughed quietly with a warm smile, and we laughed right along with him until we cried. That simple moment captures Edward perfectly, warm-hearted, playful, and full of good humor. Edward's love for the outdoors was clear. He cherished his walks, tended his garden with pride, and found peace in the cycles of the seasons, especially spring and summer. He loved baseball, cheering quietly for the Blue Jays with a cold beer in hand, enjoying the weather and sports page in the paper, and reading Bill Bryson's books when he had a moment to himself. Despite his quiet nature, Edward had a sassy streak, a playful side that surfaced now and then to remind us all that life was to be enjoyed. But he also had a deep sense of justice and fairness. I remember how genuinely upset he was when developers threatened to demolish an old lady's house on our block. He stood up for what was right, always mindful of the people in the community he loved so much. Edward accepted life as it came, grateful for every second, and proud to be the difference, and proud of the difference he made. He died doing what he loved, slipping away quietly in Austin on March 23rd, 2026. leaving behind a legacy of kindness, reliability, and friendship that will inspire us all. As we gather here today, I hope we can all remember Edward as the remarkable man he was, a friend to all, a steady and generous heart, and someone who made this world better simply by being in it. I'll miss you, Edward, like a brother, and I know many of you feel the same. Thank you, Edward, for your friendship, your kindness, and your example. We are better people for having known you. Rest easy, my friend.